It's our cultural roots that bind us and which define us, not our institutions. We define ourselves as Europeans primarily because we play together and eat together and sing together and tell stories together and sometimes fight together, and because we sleep and have sex together. We are not European simply because we vote together. Politics is said to be the second oldest profession, which takes most of its rules from the first. Imagine you are in a railway carriage, and there's a young couple sitting opposite you. And they start, how dare I put it, and they start making love. Now, if you're a Frenchman, you will sit and applaud. If you're a German, you will sit and take detailed statistical analyses. If you're an Italian, you'll probably get up and join in. As a Greek, sir, you'll sell tickets. And if you're an Englishman, you will sit and stare stoically out of the window as if absolutely nothing is happening. But if you're from Brussels, you'll reach for a rule book just to make sure they're doing it right. Now, the story, of course, makes no sense without an appreciation of cultural diversity. It enriches not only our slightly risque stories, that diversity enriches our entire continent. I was born an Englishman and a Briton, but I'm now also happy to say that I'm a European. I think our television screens tell us the story of how much we share with each other nowadays. We are, all of us, increasingly European by culture, even while we seem to be showing increasing doubts about our institutions. And the concept of that ever closer union first found form in the Treaty of Rome, here. Yet, the treaty talked about an ever closer union, not of institutions, but an ever closer union among the peoples of Europe. And I believe that our European culture is best expressed by Lionel Messi and Inspector Montalbano rather than by the European Commission. Most all of us in Europe have had our empires that once flowered and then faded and died. But our culture carries on. And our culture gives us enormous power. The Chinese watch House of Cards in their tens of millions. As it happens, President Obama tweets about it too. David Cameron says he loves it. And not so long ago, your own Prime Minister Renzi, was photographed walking into a bookshop in Rome and buying a copy of House of Cards. I thought it prudent to drop him a note, just to remind him that it was a work of entertainment, rather than a set of instructions. I wrote House of Cards all those years ago. What started as a mild spat with my wife became an idea that transformed itself into a novel, which was then broadcast on old-fashioned television, and has now become the center of an entertainment revolution that stretches around the globe. For me, it has been, quite simply, unimaginable. But that's what culture can do. Make possible things that are unimaginable. Perhaps we should see Europe as a continent brought together by our diversity and strengthened by our differences. Culturally is the greatest story ever told. So let's keep telling it and not worry quite so much about the institutional punctuation.